Terrell Owens wants back in the league. Terrell Owens wants to play in the NFL again. And notice, by the way, I said NFL. Terrell Owens doesn't want to play football anymore. He wants to play in the NFL. Because if Terrell Owens simply just wanted to play football, he could be in Canada tomorrow. He'd have a team. But we'll talk more on that later. I think it's interesting, though. Terrell Owens has talked about he wants to be on the 49ers, and now there's rumors connecting T.O. to the Green Bay Packers. And it's also reported recently that Terrell Owens ran a 4.40, a 40-yard dash in 4.4 seconds. Now, it was hand-timed, which means that it's less accurate because digital 40-yard dashes are much more accurate to the moment. But clearly, Terrell Owens can still run around. He's still very, very capable of competing at a high level. I feel sad for Terrell Owens. Like, I look at all this news. Terrell Owens is like, I want to play football again. I want to come back. I just feel sad for him because he's a year too late. He's 1 year too late. Because now in the NFL, there's no room for a sideshow. Last year, there were a couple teams, didn't have a quarterback, had no shot. The Dolphins could have taken him, whatever. Terrell Owens could have been a sideshow in the NFL if there was room for him. But, there's really not room for a sideshow like Terrell Owens right now. And you know how I know Terrell Owens is a sideshow, by the way? Again, I repeat, if Terrell Owens just wanted to play football, he's in Canada tomorrow. He could play, if he really just was there for the love of the game, Terrell Owens could play in Canada tomorrow. And I asked the question, why would any team in the NFL want to bring on Terrell Owens? Why would any team want to work with him? I mean, the same reason why the Mets wanted to sign Tim Tebow. The reason why you would sign a guy like Terrell Owens is to draw in interest, to bring fans to games, to create a buzz. And the problem is right now in the NFL, there is no team that needs that. There's no team that needs a guy like Terrell Owens. There's no team that needs to drum up interest. Every team in the NFL either has an established quarterback, a good roster, and a chance to make the playoffs. Every team either has a chance to make the playoffs or a young quarterback and is trying to build something. Every single team in the NFL has something to play for this year. And it's pretty unprecedented. This never happens. I mean, think about it. Every team has hope on some level. Every team has some reason to play this year. I mean, even like the Bills historically, the Browns, the Cardinals, the Jets, historically, those teams are kind of a mess. And even those teams have a young quarterback and are trying to build a culture. The Bills have Josh Allen. The Browns have two quarterbacks that are interesting. The Cardinals, Josh Rosen. Jets have Sam Darnold. The Bears have Mitchell Trubisky. Every team that you could think, they could be a dumpster fire, they have a reason to have hope and believe. If you can name one team without hope, actually, I guess you can't. You can't name one team that doesn't have something to play for. I mean, you normally say that every year, but like the Cardinals last year didn't have Carson Palmer. They were screwed. There was no reason. I don't know. Why would any team want to bring in Terrell Owens, a sideshow, probably not going to be great, an average receiver? I don't know. Half the league has a chance at the playoffs, and the other half of the league is a young quarterback trying to build a culture. And sadly, there's just no room for a sideshow like Terrell Owens. I mean, I wouldn't bring Terrell Owens onto my team. There's just no room. Because you're going to get a marginal receiver. You can get a receiver with probably a similar skill set for no noise, no problems off the field. And you don't need Terrell Owens to sell tickets. You might have last year. The Cardinals, the Bills, the Browns are a mess. You could have used that, but no, not anymore. Teams are taking themselves too seriously to deal with a guy like Terrell Owens. Thank you so very much for watching. Remember, you can subscribe to Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, as well as my best, most interesting clips. If you like Strong Opinion Sports as much as I do, help me grow this podcast by telling your friends about this show. Share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow this podcast by telling your friends. Thank you so much, and have a great day.